Most expats move to Mont Kiara first, and almost none of them realize that this place exists, and that's a mistake. Because right now, I'm in Bukit Damansara, or more specifically, Pavilion Damansara Heights. Now, Pavilion is synonymous with luxury brands, and today what we're going to do is I'm going to tour this entire place, Bukit Damansara, Pavilion Damansara, and show you guys what you guys are missing out on. In just this one vicinity, you have luxury residences, a luxury mall, 5-star hotels, office towers, an MRT station, private schools, and healthcare, private hospitals as well. So there is a lot to do here. So I'm going to be touring this entire place to answer one simple question. Is this better than Mont Kiara? Or is this the best new hotspot for expats to live in Kuala Lumpur? But first, let's get coffee. Alright, now we got our coffee. Now, I do want to give you guys a brief introduction of Bukit Damansara, or the English version is Damansara Heights. Okay, Damansara Heights is filled with landed properties. 90% are all landed bungalows, terrace houses, semi-detached, and only 10% are just condos or high-rise. And Pavilion Damansara is one of them. A lot of celebrities, high net worth individuals live in Bukit Damansara. That's why the bungalows here, they range from about 5 million ringgit all the way up to 50 million ringgit. A lot of the residences here are very expensive, very exclusive, and this is not a up and coming location. It's already matured. It's already a place where everybody wants to live in. It's a very exclusive address. Now, Pavilion Damansara Heights, on the other hand, before it was Pavilion Damansara Heights, it was actually government offices, passport office, a place where you go and just do government stuff, right? So they actually demolished the entire place and redeveloped the place. So it's actually 10 years in the making, and now Pavilion Damansara Heights is ready. Okay, just to give you guys some bearings of where Bukit Damansara is, it is on the west side of the KL city centre. So it's right next to Bangsa. It's just across Mont Kiara. It's about 5 minutes drive away from TTDI, Bandar Utama, and PJ. So yeah, I'm just going to show you guys on the map. This is where Pavilion Damansara is. It's right at the border of Bangsa and Bukit Damansara. So now that you have a better understanding, let's check out the mall. Now let's talk Pavilion Damansara Heights. Now this place has about 1,000 residential units across 3 towers. Then you have 9 office towers, about 12 to 20 stories tall, so that is short ones. But they are for multinational companies, which means a lot of expats and corporate and high-ranking management level people will be here as well. Then you have a huge luxury mall down here, which I have to say, it's really nice, right? Then you also have, just across the road, you have Sofitel KL, which is I think it's about 4-star or 5-star hotel, just next door. Then you have DC Residence as well, another condo that was completed about 10 years ago. And most important is, you have the MRT station right next door. With the MRT station, it makes it very easy for you not to have a car, because KL in general is a car-centric city. So this MRT station will take you straight to Bukit Bintang, the Petronas Twin Towers, the museums. Now, a lot of people love Bukit Damansara, so the prices are not cheap. But we'll get into that later. Now, in terms of schools, there are so many different private and international schools here. Now, I'll put a map on the screen to show you where all the international schools and the private schools are. Like the famous one is Cempaka, and then I think you have KL International Schools, and then this Mont Kiara is just right beside. Now, in terms of hospitals, okay, there are so many different hospitals, and I don't know, I read an article the other day that Malaysia's healthcare is one of the best in Asia, and apparently the #1 upcoming in the world. So if you guys are interested in hospitals, Malaysia is #1, and Bukit Damansara has so many. Not in Bukit Damansara, but the surrounding areas have a lot. I'm just going to put a map with all the different types of hospitals and healthcare services available around this area so you guys can get a better understanding. Now, let's check out the mall and then we'll wait for 12 p.m. so that we can check out some units. I've called the agent and hopefully we can check out some 2,000 square feet and 2,800 square feet. Then I'll give you my thoughts and then we can decide if this is the new best hotspot for expats in KL. And has Mont Kiara been dethroned? We'll find out. Now, the mall seems kind of empty and I think it's because the office towers are not ready yet. Once the office towers open and the residential towers has been handed over, then we will see the crowd. So I'm thinking mid of next year, this place is going to be booming with so many people. Now you can see there's a lot of Christmas decorations everywhere. It's because it's the 30th of January 2025 and Malaysia is multicultural. So during Christmas, everywhere you'll see Christmas decorations. During Eid, you'll see a lot of Raya celebrations, the Muslim celebration decorations. Chinese New Year, Deepavali, different types of celebrations, so many different types of festivals here, and all the malls will follow suit and decorate it accordingly. Another reason why people love Malaysia. Let's talk lifestyle. Because you live upstairs, you have the mall downstairs, you have office towers across, and for expats, if you guys have family coming over to visit, you have the Sofitel Mall just across the street. It's right across there. That's where Sofitel Mall is. You got that. Then, I know most of you coming here, you don't want to drive a car, buy a car, or rely on cars. You want public transportation. And in KL, public transportation is not everywhere. So, when you get a place that you have public transportation or MRT access, especially MRT Line 1 that brings you straight into KL and out, right, into the KL city center and back, that's a no-brainer actually. Alright, so we got access to view a few units. So today I think I'm going to try to view 800 square feet and then 1,300 square feet and the bigger, more exclusive units about maybe 2,500 square feet. Just to give you guys an idea of the different types of units here. Now, let's go. This is Darren. Darren is going to show us around a few units. He's going to take us around, and if you guys are interested in meeting Darren and having Darren show you guys around, you can scan the QR code and he will get in touch with you to show you guys around when you are down in KL. Alright, so now let's go and see some units. What units are we going to see today?
We are seeing a 2,800 square feet on the 37th floor.
Alright.
So this is a 4-bedroom plus 1 study, and it comes with a maid's room as well.
Okay, this is a private lift lobby one.
Yes, correct.
Private lift lobby. Alright, let's see. Alright, so this is your private lift lobby and then you come into your house. This is your main hall. So the hall, you have your huge kitchen top here. Your kitchen is on one side. And this view. So you can see down here, this is all Bukit Damansara bungalow houses, and that's the MRT line, and that is the entire KL skyline. Unobstructed views. This is the entire hall, and then, wait, how many bedrooms? 4. Alright, so we have 3 bedrooms. So we have one on this side. Ooh, not bad. This is facing the other side of Bukit Damansara. So you can see there's Sofitel Hotel right there, and then there's DC Residences, and I think DC Mall is just below. Another room, same thing, same size. This is the toilet. And this is the master. Yes. So this is the master bedroom. Already have built-in wardrobes, and you come to the master toilet. Ooh, bathtub as well. Shower area, vanity counter, or basically your sink. So another room on the right hand side. You have the toilet and again the view. So basically, I think what you can realize is Pavilion Damansara does not have any balconies, and for me that's a downside. But if you guys don't really mind about having a balcony, just you want this view, yes, this is for you. In terms of lifestyle, well, basically this is a big unit, 2,800 square feet, and yeah, it's about 4 bedrooms. So this is for high net worth individuals, right? I think the rentals here for this particular unit is in the 17,000 till 20,000 ringgit range. That is the rentals that you will be getting here. Yeah, because look at the kitchen cabinet, beautiful. You also have the yard space with a second kitchen cabinet, washer and dryer, another sink. Yeah, so it has everything you would need. Let's check out the facility floor. So we are at level 50. Have a look at this. Alright, so now we are in a 820 square feet unit. So this is the facility floor for Regent Tower, the ones that have the smaller units. The other one that we went to is more exclusive and yeah, it has lesser units. That's why the pool is smaller. Here, the pool is much bigger to cater to more units. And you can see the KL skyline in the background. Alright, so now we are going to check out the 1,400 square feet, 2+1 bedroom. In Malaysia, you can buy a car from a mall. So I just found out there's even a pavilion arena, like an amphitheater. Is this what it's called? Is it what it's called? Amphitheater? Yeah, so it's still under progress. But yeah, it looks kind of cool though, to have one in the mall. So there's even a pickleball court in the mall itself. This is super nice. PXP. Pickleball X Prestige, I think. Okay, so I do want to check one thing. They said the MRT station is a few minutes walk away. So let's time from the center court all the way walking towards the MRT station how long it's going to take. Let's go. And we have arrived to MRT Pusat Bandar Damansara, and it took us 4 minutes on the dot. 4 minutes. So let's just say you are all the way at the end, it'll probably take you an additional 1 or 2 minutes. So it's about 5 to 6 minutes to reach the MRT station. Alright, so we just sat down. Finally, we've been walking for like hours. We've toured the residences, we went and toured the Pavilion Mall as well. Now let's talk about pros and cons. Okay, so I wrote down a few points. Now, the pros is this is an elite neighborhood, right? You will get a different sense of lifestyle. There is also the expat community here from all over the world. So this is another expat hub. And for now, there's not many expats yet, but more will be coming. Because of the office towers, that's bringing in a lot of multinational companies, so a lot of expats will be coming in as well. So this is going to be an expat hub. That's why you see there's a lot of high-end luxury shops. Like there's even a Lotus car company showroom downstairs. There's all the famous brands, Rolex and all down here in the mall itself. So strong expat community, strong corporate brand. You have basically everything in one place. But the cons, this is not cheap, right? As you can see, units that we toured, the starting price is about 5,000-6,000 ringgit for a small studio. Now, for 5,000-6,000 ringgit, you can go and rent a landed house, right? Nice, comfortable, semi-detached, or even a bungalow in TTDI. So yeah, the price is not cheap. And there's less nightlife here. However, Bukit Damansara and Bangsar is just right next door. So like a 2-minute drive and you can go and enjoy the nightlife. And this may have a smaller social scene compared to Mont Kiara, maybe for now. But if you are looking for a park, if you are looking for a place to walk your dogs, you have pets, then this may not be the place for you, because this doesn't have a pet-friendly area. There's no parks around here. There's no place for you to walk your dogs. It's more of a city life. So with that being said, can this fight with Mont Kiara, or is this better than Mont Kiara? I don't know. If you ask me to choose between Mont Kiara and Pavilion, I would choose Pavilion. I would prefer to be in Pavilion Damansara because I have everything here. But then again, because I don't have a dog. But what would you do? Would you choose Mont Kiara? Would you choose Desa Park City? Would you choose Pavilion? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, choosing the right area in KL really depends on your lifestyle. And that's exactly what I help people with in the relocation guide and the consultation, especially with the Malaysia relocation experience, the KL tour as well. So if you guys are interested, you can go and check it out. The new update is coming out for revision 2. Whenever you buy the revision 1, you will automatically get the revision 2 as well. The consultation is not just to show you the right direction. So I'll ask you a lot of questions to kind of understand fully what you want in life, what you want to achieve or accomplish in Malaysia. Then I point you in the right direction and I give you a few options so you can choose from whichever is right for you. So if you like this video, like and subscribe, and also let me know your thoughts on whether this is the right place for you. And also do check out my other videos. I did a vlog on TTDI, Bangsa, Mont Kiara. So do check those out if you are interested in relocating to KL. And of course, check out nasmalaysia.com for the free starter kit, right? It has everything you need to get started on Malaysia, as well as the free visa cheat sheet. It's in the starter kit, right? So do check it out, download it, it's free. So knowing all of this, would you still choose Mont Kiara or would you choose Pavilion Damansara Heights? Let me know your thoughts down below and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.